Alright, what is good, ladies and gentlemen, is the Mass Ranker back again with another ranking, and today we are doing a ranking for the Skylanders Giants Skylanders. So, yeah, pretty similar to what I did with the Spyro's Adventure Skylanders. I do have Pop this year. I put him up similar to what I did with Stealth Elf, and I do have a few others Skylanders from Giants I'm going to portray as we get through them in the tier list. But yeah, with all that said, this is pretty much the exact same one as Spyro's Adventure tier list, but with the Skylanders Giants character. So once again, no F tiers. I think that all the Skylanders are great. This is based on designs, it's not based on gameplay, because it would just take too long for me to rewatch all the gameplay for all the Skylanders. But anyway, so yeah, let us just get into it. I do have the page here, which does tell me the Skylander names, because it's been a while. I don't remember all the names, but yeah. Anyway, so let us just begin, starting off with the first one, and a lot of these are going to be here. There are second series Skylanders, which is basically what they would do was they wouldn't create like a whole batch of new Skylanders. They would create like the gimmick Skylanders and then a few new ones, which would be Series 1 Skylanders, and then they would reuse a lot of Skylanders that were previously in the games, but with new designs. So there are a lot of Series 2 Skylanders, and so the first one we have is Lightning Rod. Now I'm pretty sure once they get to Swap Force, they actually start naming them different things, but until this point they just have the same name and a slightly different design. So first one, Lightning Rod. I will give him B tier. I think that there are some better. I think as the games go on, the Skylanders do get pretty cool. To be honest, I do think that there are some very cool ones in the later games. So I'm gonna give him B tier, even though I think in the last year I gave him A tier. Like, I think some of the Skylanders might be a bit different, and this isn't really. I'm not really basing this off the character designs. I think when we get to the Swap Force tier list, because the series, when you get to like Series 3 or even Series 2 Skylanders, they do start renaming them and stuff, and they start having like small little gimmicks to the Skylanders themselves in their later variations. Then I will like probably start differentiating them based on like the gimmick that they have and stuff. So anyway, so this, yeah, I'm gonna give Lightning Rod B tier. This is, who is this? This is Whirlwind, and I do have Whirlwind, the Skylander. I do have the Series 2 Whirlwind. I'm pretty sure I also had the Series 1, so for some reason I got a lot of Whirlwind variants. So Whirlwind I will give probably, honestly, like D tier. Not the most interesting Skylander. It's like one of those not dragon type Skylanders, but similar to that vein. Like you could consider her a dragon, I guess. So Sonic Boom, once again, I'm going to give him D tier. I think I'm going to do this. I think I did it last time as well. I'm going to do a group style, and then I'll do side style at the end. So this is a new one. This is Jetpack, and he is pretty much a staple character in the franchise. He is very popular, and I would give him like B tier. I think he's cool. I definitely think that he's like this Falcon with like a air gun, which I think is pretty cool. Okay, this is the first giant that we have, which is, his name is Swarm. He is a giant, like wasp type of giant, and I think he's cool. I think he's one of the cooler giants, I would say, and I would give him like a S tier. I do think in the game he can like turn into a bunch of bees and stuff, which is pretty cool, I'd say. So this is Bash. I think it's Bash, right? I forgot his name. Let's see here. Bash, yeah, Bash. I would give Bash probably. I do like the Series 2 one a bit better. It does look a bit more cool with like the extra horns, I think, on his head and stuff. So I will say I'll give him like C tier. So yep. This is Prism Break. Was that his name? I'm pretty sure that was his name. Yeah, Prism Break. Once again, the Series 2. This one does look a bit cooler than the last one, with like I think has a bit of extra crystals like on his back maybe, and like it just looks a bit cooler. So I will give him probably like I'll go A tier. I'll be generous. This is Terrafin, and right, I just want to check the names just to make sure I'm not getting them wrong. Terrafin, I think his like brass knuckle things, or whatever, silver knuckles, whatever you want to call these things, I think they are a bit different than they were in the original game. So, but to be honest, he looks a bit less, not as cool as I think he did look in the first series. I kind of like the first series Terrafin a bit more. So I will give him like C tier, to be honest. Yeah, it's kind of a downgrade in my opinion. There's a new one. This is Flashwing, I'm pretty sure her name is. Yeah, Flashwing. She's cool. But similar, like, once again, she is just kind of one of like another dragon type of character, just of a different element. So because of that, I'm going to give her, I'll say like C tier, not the coolest in my opinion. This is Crusher, right? That's his name. Yeah, Crusher. He has like one of the most I think iconic catchphrases of like "it's crush time," something like that. So to be honest though, he's not really one of my favorite giants, I would say. I'd say like still a solid A tier, but definitely there are giants that I think is better than him. So Zeruptor, and this is yeah, let me see here. Yeah, it's a Raptor. He has like cooler variations later on. I honestly kind of like the original one a bit more. I think this one just has like a few more spikes compared to the Series 1's Eruptor. So I'm going to give him like I'll give him B C tier. He's still like a cool Skylander, but I definitely think he has variations that are better. This is Flameslinger, and he is still one of the cool Skylanders in my opinion. Like, he's a blinded archer that like shoots arrows, and I think this one just maybe has like a bit more arrows that he's shooting, so I would give him S tier. I think he is very cool. This is Igniter, right? That's his name. Igniter, and this one does look very cool. It does look like definitely an upgrade. It feels like he has more flames and stuff. He has I think his axe is the same pretty much compared to the last one. I think he also had an axe actually maybe in the first series. I think the first series he may have had like a sword instead, and this one he has like an axe. So still very cool. I'd say I would give him S tier, to be honest. Very, very cool looking. This is, I forgot his name. Hot Dog was his name? I think his name is Hot Dog. Yeah, Hot Dog. So, little joke there, but it doesn't really land for me. And he is, I don't know, not the most interesting in my opinion. He's just like a dog that's on fire. So, not my favorite, to be honest. So D tier. This is, I forgot this guy's name. His name is Hothead. Yeah. To be honest, I don't really like him as much as some of the other giants. I will give him like, I'm gonna say C tier, to be honest. He's honestly one of my least favorite giants. Like, I don't really know what's going on with his design. It's like they don't have like a clear cut thing that they're going for. It's like he's fire, but it's like I don't know what he is. Is he like a golem? He has like fire coming out of his hands. It's like I don't know what they were going for here, where it feels like kind of these other giant designs, they kind of feel a bit cleaner compared to this one, where it feels like just some giant lava monster. It feels like Eruptor, but Eruptor at least he feels like small scale enough where it's like he's still cool, I guess, but I don't know. It's just I like the cleaner designs of like Crusher or Swarm a bit better. So Stealth Elf's still one of the coolest Skylanders, I would say. Definite. I'm gonna say, should I say A tier or S tier? I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be harsh. I'm gonna say A tier. I think that in terms of the series, I think this is one of the weaker ones. I kind of like the first series better, along with some of the later series. So I'm gonna say A tier. Okay, this is Stump Smash, right? This is Stump Smash. Like, I know these names. I just want to make sure that I'm not like saying it wrong. So once again, he's one of my least favorite Skylanders. I don't really like him that much. I don't like. It's just not that cool. Like a tree that like hits with stumps. Like, it's kind of cool in like concept, but in actual. In execution, it just doesn't really work for me. So this is Zook, right? Zook, yeah, Zook. To be honest, this is one of the ones that like I don't really see to it. Some of these characters I do see kind of a difference between the Series 1 and the Series 2 Skylanders, but in this one I really don't really see a difference. So I'll give him C tier. He's like still cool. He has like a bazooka, which is a pretty cool weapon compared to other Skylanders, but yeah, he looks very similar to the Series 1 one. So a lot of these characters, the Series 1 and Series 2 look pretty similar, but some of them like have kind of a distinct different look. So this is Shroom Boom, right? Shroom Boom. Let's see here. Yeah, Shroom Boom. Yeah, here. E is one of my least favorites, to be honest. I don't really like him. He's like a mushroom that shoots mushrooms, and it's kind of cool in concept, but it just doesn't really, I don't know. He has like a Cyclops look to him, which I don't think works that well. So I am going to say probably, yeah, just D tier in my opinion. Stump Smash, right? This is his name, Stump Smash. Tree, no, Tree. Where did I get Stump Smash from? Was that the other one's name? Yeah, okay, my mistake. Tree Rex, yeah, Tree Rex, one of the coolest Skylanders. Maybe in general, to be honest. Like, he has a very, it's like the opposite of like Hothead, where it's like Hothead, I don't really know. It doesn't feel like they had a clear cut. Like, well, I don't know what they were going for here. This is like I can tell what they were going for. This giant tree, like giant that just. Very cool. He has like this fist with like this thing that like shoots lasers in game, I'm pretty sure, and it's just very, very cool. Very cool design for a giant, and I would say S tier. This is Voodoo. Was his name Voodoo, or maybe it was something else? Maybe I forgot. Let's see here. What was his name? Where is he? Why can I not find him? Yeah, Double Trouble. Okay, Double Trouble. I will say that I think like more so the series is. They changed his the Series 2 look. It's more so. I think most of the Series 2 looks like in general for the Skylanders, they look more different in actual toy design of the Skylanders rather than like what the images that are shown here. But in this one, I guess you have like this little mask thing that appears, and he's fine. He's still a cool Skylander, I would say. So I'd give him like C tier, but definitely not as good as some others. This is Spyro, once again one of the most popular characters in the game, and his Series 2 design is not as good as I think his Series 1 design is probably better, and I do like some of the later series that he has. So I guess it's cool, like the 3 triple flames that he has going on here, but yeah, I think he has better iterations later on. I'll still give him B tier though. He's still pretty cool. This is Wrecking Ball, one of my least favorite Skylanders, to be honest. He is just not that cool in my opinion. So where is he? Yeah, here. As well, the toy design doesn't really look that different, so I don't really know what I'm basing this off of. I'm mostly just basing this off of how cool I think the Skylander is. So, and that's like, the factors in that are like how it looks here in the image, how it looks in like the toy, how just the character overall. So, Wrecking Ball, I don't really like him that much. yeah, he's just this like, I don't know, he's like this magical elements bug thing that's, I don't know, it just does more for me. Pop is one of my favorite right here. You can see him, very, very cool Skylander, I would say, and I would give him probably, I'll give him A tier. I do like the later, I think he has some of the best later series iterations out of any of the Skylanders. I think that they are very cool what they do with him, and so yeah, I'll give him A tier for now, but he definitely does get better. Here, I think her name is Ninjini. Was that her name? It's actually broken here. Yeah, I think this is like the one that got most broken out of all the Skylanders I own. So Ninjini, yeah. So here you can see, I think both of the arms came off, and the bottom also fell. So yeah, I think some of my siblings, maybe they play with it, and then maybe I ended up breaking it, I don't remember, but yeah, it's a bit broken right now, but I don't really play the games anymore anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So maybe in the future when I start making money of my own, then I'll end up buying, so I'll like try to complete my Skylander Connect collection and like buy I'll try to maybe buy another one of her to complete the collection, I guess. But yeah, I would give her like A tier. I think she's cool. She is like the magical giant, and she has like these swords, which are very cool weapons. And I think honestly, the characters with swords are some of my favorite characters in Skylanders, and there's not that many of them. Like here, just looking, I can see like you say Stealth Elves. She doesn't really have swords though. I guess you could say. Let's see, your Igniter, but also doesn't really have a sword and axe. So it's really cool that like they give her sword. She's also this genie, which is also a very cool deep tab for a character. So definitely A tier, maybe even S tier to be honest. Maybe I should. I'm gonna be harsh. I'm gonna say A tier for now. So this is Drill Sergeant, and I will give him. He's still cool. I'd say I give him like B tier. He is cool in his. Yeah, the series, once again, the series 2 doesn't really, it's not that different from the series 1, but he's still a cool character. He's actually, he's an Archean Skylander, and he's actually the only Archean Skylander, I'm pretty sure. Actually, maybe there's some other ones, but he is an Archean Skylander, and the whole game is like themed around Archeans, which I guess is, so I kind of do wish maybe they did a bit more with like a series 2 character, because he is an Archean, and they're like the whole game is themed around Archean, so kind of a wasted opportunity maybe, but yeah. This is Drobot, and I don't really know what's going on here, to be honest. I don't know what this thing is. Maybe I think that's probably like a weapon they use in the game or something like that, but he is still a very cool Skylander as like this dragon robot. I think, to be honest, he's probably the best dragon robot. I don't think this is as clean as the Series 1 though, so I'm going to give him like A tier, because I do think that his Series 1 was probably a bit better than the one that is Series 2 one. So this is Trigger Happy, and I do have Trigger Happy here. This is here I do have the Series 2 Trigger Happy, very cool. I think this one is like he has like a huge machine gun and stuff, and let's see here. I don't know. I don't know. Here it's like a better photo of it, but here you can see here I do have him, and it's very cool. He has like a machine gun in this one, so I'll give him A tier. I think that I think maybe some of the later ones are a bit cooler, but I think that this might be one of my favorite Trigger Happy series. So yeah, this is Sprocket. I'm pretty sure her name is right. Sprocket. Yeah, Sprocket. So I'll say I think some of her later series are better. She has like one where she's in a tank, I'm pretty sure. So I think that, but she's still pretty cool. I'd say. I give her like a between C and B tier, and I'm gonna be harsh and just say C tier. I think that she is definitely probably better in the later series, but for now, like she has like this cool blaster thing. She has like the hammer that she carries around. So C tier, I'll say. This is Bouncer. Yeah, Bouncer, right? Getting that right, yeah, Bouncer, and I would say he is, I'll say B tier, to be honest. Like, he's cool. He doesn't really feel like, out of all the giants, he feels like the least giant-like, I guess, to feel like, because he does feel like he, I don't know, his bottom half feels like very weak, I guess, because, I don't know, I guess you could also say for Ninja, but I don't know, for some reason, when I think of giants, it's like in-game, it's like they have to like jump up and then land on like these, brittle rock areas in order to break them, and for some reason I just feel like he wouldn't be able to do that. So but still, he's cool. He's like this robot. He's got like the finger blasts and stuff, and he has this cool design and stuff. So I will give him B tier, and yeah, B for Bouncer, I guess. This is Chop Chop, right? I'm getting that right, I think. Let's see here. Where is he? Why can I find him? This is an alphabetical order, so it should be pretty easy, actually. Chop Chop. He's still one of the coolest Skylanders, I think. Even if this series, I think, is one of the weaker ones, maybe. I think he maybe looks cooler in one of the next. I think a lot of the Swap Force series look really good. Like when you get to like Series 3 or even Series 4 for Trap Team, I think that's when they really start upping their game with the series. Like right now, it's just like kind of slight variations, but really like they're pretty much the same as Series 1. So, but definitely I do like Chop Chop still definitely an S tier Skylander. This is Cinder, and yeah, she once again just not really that much of a change for Series 2. But I would still say that she is still very cool. I would give her like A tier. She's honestly one of the best dragon type Skylanders, along with Drobot, I would say. This is Hex, and here, where is she? Yeah, Hex. I actually like this character design here in the toy, where it's like she's holding like this orb with the skull inside. So I will give her probably. I'd go like I'll go between B and C tier, and I think I'm gonna be harsh again and just give her C tier. I think that's number. I think probably she's better in the first variation in Series 1. And I think, I don't remember if she actually has any series after this, but I think if she does, then probably they're better. So this is one of the newer characters. This is Series 1, Fright Rider. I would give Fright Rider, he's pretty cool. He does kind of remind me of Flame Slinger, and a bit of, he's like Flame Slinger and like Chop Chop. It feels like kind of similar to them, but yeah, I would say he's cool. I'd say like B tier minimum, I'd say, and I think I will be, I'll be harsh, I'll just give him B tier. I think it's cool. He feels like he is kind of like not the Skylander himself is like the actual character here, but then he has this like a bone wing thing that he rides. I don't know what it is exactly. Maybe like a bird, the skeleton of a bird that he rides. So, but he is cool. He's definitely cool. He's like got a unique gimmick to him, I guess, and so I would give him B tier. Eyebrow is pretty cool. He is also one of the most iconic Skylanders, I think, and I would give him probably I give him A tier. I think that he's cool. I like he can like shoot lasers out of his eyes. He's got like he's got a cool design. It's like as this eyeball that like has this suit of armor that he kind of wears and stuff. So I would say A tier. And now finally the water elements. Let's see here. We have Gilgrunt, right? Yeah, and Gilgrunt just in general, he's like one of my least favorite Skylanders, and I would probably give him B tier. I think he does have some better variations later on, but just for now, he's just, I don't know, he's too similar to like some of the, like we've seen his like race of people in the game, and so he just feels like one of those characters, except just with a weapon. So he doesn't feel that unique. Slam Bam, this is Slam Bam, and his Series 2 is kind of cool. He does have like some armor and stuff. Let's see, yeah, here he does have some armor, so it's pretty cool, I guess. But I'll give him like B tier. I think he's cool, but maybe I'm being a bit too generous with that. But I'll give him B tier. I do think he is one of the cooler Skylanders. I think like with the fists and stuff. He as well as like Gilgrunt. He does have like a race of people, but I don't think they actually show up until Swap Force, unless I'm mistaken. Maybe there's some side quests in Giants and Spyro's Adventure that I just didn't know about. So. But he does, he also has like a race of people that shows up in Swap Force. But the difference is, I don't know, he feels a bit more unique, I guess, compared to Gilgrunt, who just very much feels like one of the other type of fish people that we've seen before. This is Zap, right? Zap, yeah, Zap, and this is his Series 2. Also, just once again, not much of a change from Series 1. I would give him, I guess, I'm going to be harsh and just give him D tier. I think I mentioned in like the last Skylander Spyro's Adventure ranking where he is the Skylander that feels like the least from Spyro's Adventure. Like he feels like something that would have been from Trap Team. It feels like, and yeah, after thinking about it, I guess he does kind of fit more the theme of Spyro's Adventure the more I thought about it. But yeah, still, he feels like pretty forgettable. The Skylander, so D tier. Now here, this is her name is what's her name? Chill, something like that. Let's see here. She's one of the new ones. Chill, yeah, Chill. So I actually thought that she was in Spyro's Adventure, so I was very surprised when she wasn't. But she is, yeah, she is in Spyro's Adventure. And I have a later variation of her. So I'll give her, I'd say maybe B or A tier, I would say. And I think I'm gonna be harsh. I'm just gonna give her B tier. I think that she is definitely cool. She's like this ice warrior and stuff that has a shield, has like this cool weapon that she's got, and all the armor, it's like pretty cool and stuff. So I would say B tier. And then finally we have, let's see, what's his name? Thumpback, yeah. I would say that he is, I'd go like C tier. He's fine. He's like this whale with he has a cool weapon. I'd say like with the anchor and stuff. The actual character design is not one of my favorites, but I do like the weaponry that he has and stuff. So definite. Sorry, B tier. Yeah. So here I will do side style now. So let's see here. There's a lot more here, so this is a bit tough. So I'm just gonna do this like based on instinct, I guess. So let's go Zap first, and then we will go with I don't know, Gilgrunts, then Sonic Boom, Whirlwind, Shroom Boom, and yeah, we'll do that, and then, yeah, I think that's good. And then for C tiers, man, I'm getting sick or something. Let's do Terrafin, then Hex, then Double Trouble, then Bash, then Flashwing, then Eruptor, sure, then Zook, then Hothead, then Sprocket. Then let's do for the B tiers. Let's go Chill, then Spyro, then we'll do Lightning Rod, then Jetpack. Let's go here. This guy. Just a second, I need to pause for a second. Yeah, I realized I probably shouldn't have paused. It's gonna mess up the recording, so I'm gonna have a bit of work to do. But yeah. So yeah, and then we'll go with let's do Bouncer, and then we'll go Slam Bam, and then yeah, I think that's good. And then for the A tiers, let's say let's go Genie, and then Drobot, and then Cinder. Actually, I like Cinder better than Drobot, I'd say so. Then we'll go Prism Break, and then Stealth Elf, and then Pop Fizz, and then Trigger Happy, then Eyebrow, then Crusher. And then for the S tiers, let's say the coolest one. I think Chop Chop, to be honest, is like one of my favorite, I think. So then we'll go Igniter, and then Flame Slinger, then Swarm, and then what's his name? I forgot. True Rex, yeah. Alright, so yeah, that is my ranking of the Skylanders Giants Skylanders. So yeah, if you have any recommendations, any shows, movies, video game stories, anime, web series, anything that you want me to review or rank or compare, rankings doesn't have to be meter related, it can be anything. Leave it in the comments and I will maybe possibly check it out. But with that said, that is pretty much all there's to it, so let's leave it at that.